what we do with soul word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you right now, Lord. We thank you, Lord, for your awesomeness. We come to you right now, God. We ask, Lord, for your guidance, your direction, God. I would speak that you help us, God, to have attentive ears and attentive hearts to be able to hear your word to apply to our lives. And we bind every distracting spirit, we bind everything that devil be trying to hinder from us hearing or receiving God's word. And we thank God for even the application, God. Helping us, God, to apply your word off the pages and apply it to our lives. And we thank you for it. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Just cut to the chase. A lot of us, we're single. But most importantly, we're saved. We're saved. Some that are single. And a lot of times, in being saved and also being single, sometimes we don't really know how to live a saved, single life. And a lot of times, people make being saved hard, especially as you're single. And a lot of times, people feel that you have to compromise your faith to be single. People think a lot of times we have to be gullible, or we have to fill ourselves short, or we'll never be with someone or receive someone as the ideal person if we're trying to live a saved life. And a lot of times people feel that you have to make a decision. Either you're going to live saved, be like a nun, and just get the first person that wants you. Or you just got to go back to the person that you used to be and get all the sex that you want, get that right man that you want, and you still feeling empty and not, or even being outside of God's will. I say that. And so tonight, I want to just talk, even share some my experiences, and like I said, those that know I love being transparent, so that way people can see, okay, well, you might be the guy that's behind the pulpit or on the drum, but for us to understand that you may see the finished product now behind the pulpit, but you don't know what I dealt with before I got to the pulpit. And like I said, just because I grew up in church doesn't mean that I had it all together all my life. And I wish, and I'll be the first one to say, I wish if I had known then what I knew now, then I would have been able to keep myself sexually until I got married. At the time we were growing up, we were just told, just don't do it because I said it. But that wasn't enough to sustain me, being real with you. That wasn't enough. But I'm hearing a distorted view of life, of love, in a secular, from people that were my friends that I grew up with, went to school with, or even some of them went to church with. And next thing you know, we end up having sex at 15, 16, 17 years old. Some girls, you knew they grew up in church, they were good girls, but then they end up getting pregnant at 14 years old. You know? And then all of a sudden, it's like she just got blacklisted. Or the guys, they end up going on a bus on a field trip or a school trip, and they get the girls and they hunching the girls in the back of the bus. At a church convention. But then, when the guys end up having sex, they not being exiled like the girls. The girls are the ones that, being ridiculed, called mannish and bad, but the boys, he just being a boy. It's kind of like they getting permission. They're right there. I'm a guy. And I see that and I'm like, wow. But unfortunately, not only how that is in the church, but also that is like that in society. It's almost like, matter of fact, you see some of the niggas where some of the teachers, female teachers are having sex with little boys. And he getting high fives and everything. Well, that be a male teacher sleep with a little girl. What would happen? They would try to throw him under the jail or kill him. So, one of the things I wanted to bring up, like I said, is it's kind of, if we're not informed, it's actually a struggle. If you're trying to be single, trying to be saved, and you're trying to listen to people that ain't saved. All I just say ain't delivered. And like I said, a lot of times, unfortunately, with the lack of information that we have, a lot of times it causes us to settle for less than not only what God wants us, what God wants us for us, but a lot of times it makes us settle for what we deserve. It makes us settle for what we deserve. A lot of times, instead of we in this middle of it, instead of the young lady getting a guy that's loving, respectful, she ended up getting a guy that's disrespectful, getting a guy that does not show her any shittery, no romance, no attention. She just get it and buy it. Or a girl, a guy ended up getting a young lady. Getting a young lady that's going to try to use him. Getting a young lady that she's talking the right thing, but she's not doing the right thing. But a lot of times, even with guys, sometimes the guy want to believe in the best of a young lady. And come find out, he'll do it. He has his good intentions to help her, to try to do the right thing, but what happened? He ended up giving his heart to the wrong woman. And what happens? Sometimes he may slip, may get her pregnant, and next thing you know, he on child support for a child he can't even see no more. So, a lot of things happen because we settle and compromise for less than, like I said, not only what God wants for us, but also what we deserve. We don't get someone as compatible as we are. I've seen too many people, and I'm pretty sure some in here have been the type that would give their all, love a young lady, treat her with love and respect, buy her a card, give her something for her birthday, spend your last allowance money, and then when it come down for your birthday, she with somebody else, or she break up with you before your birthday. When Valentine's Day comes, you rent the boat, you using your last dollar to make sure that everything is perfect for y'all on the date. And she come empty-handed. Or that young lady love that man, love his dirty drunk, drink his bath water, and he end up sleeping with another woman on Valentine's Day. You in the hospital, and he was somebody else. So, a lot of times, we end up getting people that are not compatible with us. And a lot of times, it actually causes a toxic relationship. And we're not just talking about a physical, abusive relationship. It can be an emotional abusive relationship. It can be just an emotional, draining relationship where you're giving your all, where you're putting your heart, and it's not reciprocated. You give your heart, she don't appreciate it. And I'm going to tell you this is one thing I mentioned about myself. This is what I used to do. I used to like a young lady, and it looked like she maybe give me the time of day, and I found out what type of young lady, or what type of guy that she liked. So I used to have hair. And so I found out she liked a clean-cut guy with no hair, facial hair, and I used to become that guy that she liked. And when I become that guy that she liked, let's say no, she ended up dumping me and getting somebody on how I used to be or how I used to look. And I'm like, man, I wonder why I was always one that was getting used. But then we found out I want myself to get used. Because I did something that I wasn't supposed to do. I gave her something that she didn't earn. When it comes down to courting and dating, we have to make sure that people earn they're supposed to earn our trust. One of the things I always say, when you look at a person that's always being used or allow people to use them, they give people their trust, but they make people earn their respect. You don't make people earn your respect, or you don't make people earn their respect. Respect is given freely. Respect is given freely. Trust has to be earned. Even the Bible tells us, lay hands suddenly on no man. Now that scripture simply means in biblical time, whenever someone got permission or someone was anointed for a higher position or an assignment, they laid the hands. In other words, I'm giving you my blessing. That's what that metaphor is about. Laying the hands. It's just like whenever there's an advancement in a position, even in church, what happens? Laying on the hands. Even with prayer, laying on the hands. That's an agreement. That's, okay, blessing, the blessing. We're praying that God bless you with whatever prayer that you have. Same thing. So when it comes down to it, when we allow people, when we meet people, when we allow people to catch our attention, you first have to see who they are. Not just on a physical sense, but most importantly, the real them, on a spiritual sense. One of the things we always say, we as human beings are the only creatures that God created that has a physical being and a spiritual being. We live in two different worlds at the same time. Like I said, the physical world, we're in Dallas, Texas, but also there's a spiritual world. And there's not only a spiritual world, but you are a spirit being. That's the reason why you sleep, that's why you have dreams. Because your spirit doesn't sleep. Your body, your physical body needs rest. Your physical body is up, is conscious when you work. So is your spirit man. But when you sleep, that sleep is for your physical body. And have you ever been to bed and you are expected to go to sleep and you lied in the bed for 5, 6, 7 hours, but when you got up, you still felt drained, you still felt fatigued? Because a lot of times, you might have been physically in the bed, but your spirit was up. It was either disturbed, it was in battle. Because a lot of times, even while we sleep, there's a spiritual warfare that's going on. And a lot of times with us being a spirit being, we have to recognize, because we're a spirit being, we have to be careful of who we entertain. Because who we date, or even who we look into pursue in courtship, we got to understand that eventually, if it's someone that we end up marrying or dating, we have to understand, just like we're a spirit being, they have a spirit too. And if they are of like-minded spirit and everything goes well, get married, compatibility, everything will work out. Lord, keep God out. But just like how God wants you to be linked up with the wrong one, the devil wants you to. The devil wants you to be linked up with the wrong one. Now, one of the things I will say, I have this later on in those conversations. Now, and guys, I always say it like this. Men have two heads and both of them like for seniority. And a lot of times when we are not led by God's Spirit, we don't use the one that's on top of our neck. We use others. We're driven by physical attraction. But one of the things I always say, as fellows, as men, especially as men that are saved and understand their purpose, or even pursuing their purpose or seeking what their purpose is, we have to look we have to look beyond the physical. Another terminology I would say, there is beauty beyond the booty. In other words, when we see somebody in the physical sense, that's not the real thing. When we see them in the physical, when we see the Coca-Cola bottle, that's a nice advertisement, but it's not the real deal. The real deal is their soul, their spirit. The real deal soul, spirit. How do they think? Their emotions. One thing we always say, we, the real us, lies right here, right below our name. The real us, if you notice, whenever we get ready to do something, we always may have a little nervousness in our stomach. A lot of times we get ready to do something and how to say we get that good feeling that we should do this or we should not do that. Mm-hmm. That's the real you, alert you that what you're about to do is against God's spirit that's within you. A lot of times God will forewarn us about things and we end up falling prey to it, and it's kind of like you see it right before your eyes. Man, I knew I shouldn't have done that. You know, get ready to get on the freeway, you're like, well, I'm going to go down 35. You get this gut feeling, do not go down there. There might be traffic. It's all right, you know, it's never traffic around this time. And all of a sudden you get in there, it's bumper traffic. And then you see that exit that you should have taken, and it'll like, there's an easy flow. You're like, I supposed to be up there. Let's just say, every decision that we make, we end up making the wrong decision and the right decision, we see it walk right past us. We're like, man. So a lot of times God is trying to forewarn us about things to let us know, do not do this, do not do that. Well, just like how God is concerned about the things that we do pertaining to kingdom business, even dating is actually kingdom business too, because if you link up with someone that's not compatible to your purpose, to your plan, to your assignment, it's going to tear up. It's going to make you sometimes abandon your assignment. There have been many people that start off going to church, they end up dating somebody that's not compatible with them. And a lot of times, let's be real, a lot of times we say the excuse, well, you know, I can help them get saved. Or, you know, they may not be in church right now, but maybe I can help them go to church. And instead of them coming to church, they pull us away from church. Instead of them, well, you know, we start doing Bible study. It may happen a few times in the beginning. But what happened, next thing you know, you start getting too comfortable. And at first, you vow that you're going to keep yourself sexually until you get married. And then what happened? You end up falling and get into an uncompromising position where now you feel guilty because you just slipped. You fell prey. Now, there are some people that they do it unknowingly or they do it out of ignorance. But then there are other people. They see your potential and they working to get to you. They deliberately set it up for your fall. Deliberately. I had somebody a couple of weeks ago, she told me, she said, you look, I looked up, I said, you look familiar. And she said, yeah, I know you. I said, she said, oh, we slept together. I said, what? She said, oh yeah. She said, I got a good memory. We slept together. And I'm like, no. And then it hit me where I knew her from. And I told her where I knew her from. And she said, oh, well, you might have been the one that I was trying to sleep with, but you were acting like you were too good. But I told her, no. I realized you were not not heal. You will actually hurt. And God told me not to stick with you, but to pray for you. And a lot of times, this on the sidewalk, a lot of times when a guy saying that to a young lady, a lot of times some young ladies feel like, man, God is something wrong with him because you're too good to be true. It seems like some young ladies, they feel that there is no good man. Have y'all heard that before? All men are dogs for the man. But that ain't the case. But also, there are some guys that say all women are cheaters. All women, they ain't faithful. I've heard that too. That ain't true. There are some great young ladies. And you know what? I found out. Can you think of one faithful person, as a male or female? Can you think of one faithful person that you know that's committed to their, it could be to their marriage, to their courtship, or they can just be single? Can you think of at least one person? Can you think of at least one person? When you think about it, that one person that you have visualized, they represent thousands of others that you may not know. So there are some good men, there are some good women, there are some faithful ones. And those are the ones that God has reserved for us. But a lot of times, instead of us waiting for the grand prize, we settle for a complimentary dinner, a complimentary snack. Somebody that's going to take us outside of God's will, purpose, and plan for us. So, with that, one of the key things I have to bring up, a lot of times we deal with something that, because there have been some that may have had sex before marriage. A lot of times we deal with something and we don't understand the significance of even abstinence. A lot of times when we have went out full time, we deal with something called soul ties. Does anybody not know what soul ties mean? Y'all know what soul ties are? Soul ties. Soul ties are the emotional bondage that we link ourselves with when we deal with people on a sexual encounter. Like I said, sex is a physical thing, but it's also spiritual and emotional. Some people say, well, you know, that's just my friend with benefits. I'm telling you this, there are no such thing as somebody having sex and not become attracted to that person. Physically, mentally, emotionally, even financially. And the most deadliest addiction that we can deal with is pertaining to sex. I guarantee you, did y'all go to church anytime, any Sunday last month? Last month. Okay. Let me see. This is July. Let's say January. Did you go to church anytime in January? What was a sermon that was done in January? We don't go. Okay, see, now that was in January. That was a few months ago. You vaguely remember what happened a few months ago pertaining to the Word of God. But for those that have been sexually involved, do you remember your first or second sexual encounter? Yeah. That was years ago. It's like we can remember that because it was just like yesterday. We remember the person. We remember what they had on. We remember what they took off. We remember what we had on. We remember what car, if it was in the car. We remember the touch, taste, all that stuff. We remember everything in detail. Yes. When you think about it, that was years ago. Sex deals with every aspect of you. And a lot of times, people just think about, like I But that's just a small fraction compared to the real you. Because when they get into your spirit, like I said, another word for sex is intercourse. Intercourse. You're entering a courtship, a spiritual courtship. Spiritual. And get this, if it was more physical than spiritual, then wouldn't you physically be touching that person more than you mentally thinking about that person? Have you thought about being somewhere? Let's be real. We can be sitting up in church, and all of a sudden, the sermon may be going on, a song may be going on, and all of a sudden, that person you had sex with come across your mind. But you're sitting in church. It happened. That's because there's a tie, there's a bond that has now happened. And one of the things I always say, when you have a sexual encounter with someone, or when you have intercourse with someone, you're not just entering a connection with them, but you're entering a connection with everybody that they have been with. Physically, emotionally, mentally, all those things. It's kind of like, matter of fact, good example, Pastor Logan, actually today is their anniversary of 60 years. And if you look at the pictures of how they look in the very beginning versus how they look now, how their characteristics were then versus now, they're more alike now. They begin to even look alike more now than they did in the very beginning. Because number one, after 60 years and after 7 kids and also experiences, they become like-minded. They become more oneness. But that's in courtship in the right way. But the same principle applies when we deal with people, even if it's the wrong one. What happens is when we deal with someone, and like I said, we're saved, we go to church, we try to do the right thing, but we deal with someone that's against our purpose, our plans, and our God, then there become an emotional and a spiritual battle within us. There's a conflict that happens within us, and a lot of times what happens, we try to suppress it with physical act, sex. Sometimes there are people that we don't even like, we can't stand, but we feel like there is something about them, and we think that it's love, but a lot of times it's lust or infatuation. See, if nothing wrong with finding somebody physically attractive, there's nothing wrong with that. But what comes into play when it becomes wrong, when we allow that to be the main focus, or sometimes the only focus. Because like I said, it's more to them than meets the eye. We got, just like, you can get a brand new car. You can like the car on the outer exterior, but the heart of the car is the motor. The heart of the car, how does the interior look? What is the gas mileage? You can get a nice car. It may look pretty, but if it's a gas guzzler, it will make you consider it's worth it. Even the maintenance on the vehicle, that comes into play when a person is really trying to get a car that's economically for them. Because they may be able to afford the car, but can you afford the maintenance? It's a lot of people that want that $1 million home. And even if somebody gave you a $1 million home, you're going to lose it because you can't even keep up the taxes on the home. There's always a requirement on it. And not just the taxes, but what about the water? What about the water bill? The water bill may be more than your rent that you pay in your big house. So there's always, I'm not going to say a catch, but you got to count the cost when it comes down to choosing that particular person that you're dating. So like I said, you may see them, they may say a good thing, but what they're saying does not actually speak up for what they do. Because a lot of times they can say their good intentions, but their actions won't show you who they really are.
Amen.
Because if you think about it a lot, let's be real, how many of us will really, if the opportunity comes for us to get hired on for a position, how many of us, well, you know, I don't think I'm really qualified, but you know, I'm just going to forfeit this position. I'm going to let the person behind me go ahead and get that position. No. If they paying you or have the ability to pay you more than what you're paying now, you're going to sell yourself like you the main one that can do the job and the only one that can do the job. You're going to talk yourself up. Even if you can't do it, you're going to talk up yourself where if I don't know how to do it, I'll learn how to do it. Same thing on pertaining to a job is sometimes how some people are pertaining to a relationship. Some people, now don't get me wrong, now there may be people who may be on their hard times. It happens. It can happen to anybody. It may have happened to everybody. But the key thing is a person's motive. When a person don't disclose who they really are, a lot of times we end up choosing people based on assumption, and that's the worst thing that you can do. When you assume, you actually saying, you know what? I'll choose. It's almost like, let's make a deal, and you picking behind curtain number 2. You don't see the image. You don't know how much the value of that thing is. You just blindly choosing someone. And that's something that we shouldn't do. Because when you think about it, for those who may have bought a house, when you get ready to buy a house, the bank going to make sure that you have hired an inspector or someone that is seasoned and knowledgeable about a house, the ins and outs, more than just how the house looks. We want to know the interior or the integrity of the house, the foundation of the home. Is there a foundation problem? You know, is the house built in a high infested crime area? All these things. We take personal inventory on the house that we may buy, or the car we may buy. But we end up dating people or being with people blindly. And not realizing, even if you buy a house, after you pay for the house, if you choose someone to date or to marry, they can affect us for the rest of our life. But along with that, with the soul tie, that soul tie, like I said, you think about the person even when you're not around them. You begin to pick up their characteristics. Think about this, you pick up their bad habits. When you've been honest, when you've been upfront about things, but you're dealing with somebody that's conniving, what's going to happen? You end up picking up their spirits, because spirits are real, and spirits can transfer. You begin to allow yourself to, not only because you know their spirits, they're not trustworthy, but what happened, you end up not trusting people. You with an untrusting person, and now that person becomes the ideal or the representative for everybody else. If that person is untrustworthy, then what happens? Now you feel like everybody else is untrustworthy. Just like how some people, they get out of a relationship where somebody used them or somebody cheated on them, now you feel like every man cheated on you, will cheat on you. Or you feel like every woman will cheat on you. Because the identity of everybody has been based on the identity of the person that you chose to mess with. And is it right? Is it fair? No. But it shows that there's something that's going on. And what happened is that person has become or has picked up a virus. That person that don't trust people, that person has picked up a virus. And think about somebody who has a flu. The flu is a virus. And what happens when a person has a flu? They need to what? Stay at the house. They need to be isolated from everybody. Number one, because they are infected. And if they're not careful and they go out into the public, even though they are infected, they can infect other people. And that infection or that virus that they can spread, we know it as hurt. Hurt is a virus that can spread. Hurt is a virus that can not only be fatal to the person that got it, but it can also be fatal to the people that's around them. Hurt can be fatal, but it kills every relationship in the future that you deal with, that you will be dealing with, or that you have the potential of dealing with. And we're not just talking about dating relationship. It can be even relationship within family, within the church, or on the job. Because why? Because you've been hurt, and you don't want to experience that hurt again. So now you don't trust nobody. You won't allow anybody into your heart or into your soul. Hurt. And what happens when a person is infected with hurt and they're around people? Hurt people hurt others. And it happens. Sometimes it don't just happen deliberately. Sometimes it happens accidentally. So what we have to do, we that are well, we have to keep our spiritual immune system up. In the natural, we talk about keeping our immune system, we talk about taking vitamin C, exercise. Also, this is something that I found out, and y'all can put this into a preventative method from dealing with toxic people. I found out the importance of doing something. This one thing, if you had to pick one thing to do, it would actually help you up here in your mind. Drinking more water. I found out drinking water would actually feed and stimulate your mind, because what is your body mainly made of? Water. And water, when your body is lacking water or deprived, it won't function properly. Whenever you feel thirsty, that means your body is already deprived of water. Like normally when your gas tank is going low, it'll forewarn you by lighting up or eating. But in your physical body, when you don't have any water and when you become thirsty, that means your car, your spiritual car, your body is already out of water, or it's already out of gas. So when you become thirsty, you are already in lack of water. And so a lot of times, to help us to be able to think or keep our awareness open, drink more water. When you drink water, it feeds your brain. Your brain. I forgot the percentage. I think it said it was 79% of. It was 45% or 79%, 73%, I believe. 73% of water. 73% of water. And if you're lacking something that makes your brain functions, then you end up making wrong decisions. One of the things I always say, in pertaining to matters of the heart, you don't make heart decisions with your heart. You make heart decisions with your head. See, your heart is where your physical heart is right here. This is part of your real cage. Your physical heart is in a cage. And your physical heart is a vital organ that's protected. And your heart is protected through a cage. But if our physical heart is protected by a physical cage, same thing that God has made our emotional heart. We're supposed to guard our hearts. We're supposed to, unfortunately, we expose our heart to people that will violate our heart. violate our trust. So you have to think about yourself with your heart. When I say your heart, like I say, this is the real you right here. Your imagination, your conscience, your memory, your reasoning, and your affection. See, everything pertaining to our physical body, 5 senses, our soul, our spirit have 5 senses too. That's the reason why, for those who have never dated or like somebody, when you like somebody and they touch you, it's a different touch than mama or daddy or somebody else. When that right person that you desire, that doesn't mean that they're the right person, but that person that you desire. When they touch you, it deals with your emotion. It did, because now the affection, they touch you one time, but you remember it for a lifetime. And inside that now, it's lodged into your memory bank. You begin to think about them. My first girlfriend, I met her April the 7th of 1984, Monday morning at 9:23 a.m. by Green's Car Wash. Her name was Janice Davis. She stayed on 3422 Parish Street, Dallas, Texas, 75216. She was the middle child of 3 sisters by her mom and dad. 1984, that was the first girl that gave me a kiss. I met her on that Monday, and my thing, I never believed in having a girlfriend. Even being young, I was looking at, you gonna be my wife. That's the way I always was. So, and I didn't move slow. I moved fast, not sexually, but at the time I think I was 11. I liked her, and I thought, oh my God, one day I'm gonna grow up to marry her, and I'm gonna take care of her and everything. So when I met her, I'm like, wow, this is the girl of my dreams. That was on a Monday. Then Tuesday, I was working. I saw her, I just smiled, she smiled. So I said, I'm gonna do something for her. I went home that night and wrote a poem. And then Wednesday, 3 days, well, the third day after I met her, I had to tell her how I felt. Like I said, I wasn't a slow mover. I believe in being business. So I told her, I wrote a poem for her, and she got in the parking lot where I was working at, and I got her right in between the dump trucks, and I looked her dead in her eyes, and I read to her a poem that I wrote for her. Sin of love, set of wishes, 19 hugs and 17 kisses. Sugar, lime, and lemonade. Sorry, honey, I forgot the date. Out of all the girls I've met, you're the one I won't forget. Our eyes have met, our lips not yet, but watch out, babe, I get you yet. Your heart is like a heart of gold. Hard to get, but never hard to hold. If I go to heaven before you do, I was real hold, pull you through. But if you're not there by Judgment Day, then I know you're going the other way. But just to prove my love is true, I'll go down there and be with you. Adam and Eve go to her mother, so let's get together and love one another. I wrote that when I was 11 years old, and she said, you wrote that for me? Oh, and she gave me a hug, and she gave me a kiss on the cheek, and oh my God. Man, my soul got stirred. My spirit was not convicted. And my flesh failed. I was so moved by her being real. I'm a man. I was left. When she left me, I couldn't eat no more. I was loved. Oh, I was smitten. I went home and I just cried. I've never loved someone as much as I loved her, even though I was 11. And I listened to my only, I said CD album, it was a record. and it was by Prince. And it was a song called I Got a Broken Heart Again from the Notre Dame album. And I was so in love with her, I felt free to express how I felt with her. And at the time, she was the longest relationship that I had. It lasted a total of 3 long months. We saw each other every other day. 3 months, every other day, you might have been calculated, that was a month and a half. But I said all that because even though we were not physically physical with each other, sexually, but there was an emotional bond that I expressed with her. There was a bond that we shared. There was a bond, I think there was a bond that I shared with her. And that goes to show you, even with soul ties, it may be physical, but also it may not be physical. Soul ties is how you allow that person into your spirit. Yes, sir.
You remember that poem?
Yeah, I got it right here.
I said you can cheer me.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you something. This was last year. I was driving with Dylan, and I said, Dylan, let me show you where the girl lived at. We went out over there to her house. We didn't go in, we just drove by there. I don't know if she's still there or not, and who knows? She might be on here looking. Just in case she on there, how you doing? I'm the little kid that was at Henderson Phoenix gas station off of Otis Road in Bonneville. That was me. So that would be kind of cool for me to meet up with her. Now, I'm not trying to hook up with her, but just say, hey, how you doing? You know, just to say thank you for allowing me to love you. And I think a lot of times, even with the romance, and even with courting and dating, I think a lot of times that we have missed out on the innocence of love, of dating. Dating should be fun. Dating should be where, you know what, I can be real, I can be transparent. Because ultimately, if you choose to date somebody, if you choose to marry somebody, you want to know about that person, but most importantly, you want to be friends with that person. Ain't nothing sadder, and this me being real, ain't nothing sadder for you to be in a relationship with someone where you are better friends with somebody else. It's like that friend that you know, that friend that you friends with, let's say a young lady, she'll know who you dated, and she like, she ain't for you. And it's like your friend knows you better than the one you dated, male or female. And being real with you, a lot of times we feel a closer bond with our friend than the one that we dated. Yeah. It shouldn't be that way. So it let us know that we need to start investing to see if the person that we potentially dating, if they're friendship material. Right. It's kind of like the way that it should be. There are people, you can pick people out and they move or they graduate from the crowd to acquaintanceship. And then from acquaintanceship, out of that pool, if they have graduated or got promoted or made the cut, from acquaintanceship to friendship. And for you to be able to know that person on an intimate setting, like I said, the intimate setting does not mean sexual. It can be, you know what, honestly, sharing the heart. Because a lot of times, if we bypass that part, what happens is a lot of times we end up getting not the real person, but the representative. A lot of times we are with people based on assumptions, and that's not who they really are. And then all of a sudden, when they do something out of character that we thought, wait a minute, who is that person? Now that's who they really were. Yeah. But you made an assumption because you didn't ask the right questions. And you made an assumption, and to be honest with you, that doesn't mean that you're a bad person. Sometimes we just assume because we're basing people based on how we are instead of who they really are. So a lot of times we just, man, how do they fool me? Well, actually, you fooled And being real again, sometimes God be putting in your belly, in your gut, you need to ask the person this. But sometimes we're scared to ask the question because we know it may be a deal breaker. It may reveal something that we really don't want to know. So we would rather hold on to them than grab the truth. We'd rather be with the representative in hoping that we can sex them good enough to keep them. We hoping that maybe we can help them change. That's male or female.
That's true.
Maybe if I love them enough, I will be the type of person that they see that they need. I've been there. But that doesn't work. I found out only God can change a person if they want to be changed. And so if they ain't going to listen to God, what makes you think that they're going to listen to you? If they're not going to accept what God says, what you say ain't going to matter. And sometimes we end up accepting how a person is and stick with them, knowing that we're actually falling, stepping away from who we really are. And I found out a lot of times, people who really love us, people who really know us, they are the ones that tell us, you all right? Yeah, I'm all right. See, we think we all right, but the people that really look our friends, hey, man, you changed. Something ain't right. Because they can be able to see within the eyes. Because the eyes are what? Linked to the soul. They see our disposition. They see things have changed. And especially when you have been in a relationship or you in a relationship and you feel like it ain't working, when you feel like, man, why are they doing this to me? A lot of times, how we feel, we can't have a poker face with it. See, we can cover up our physical appearance, but we can't cover up our spirit. It's going to give off. It's going to tell off on us, especially people that know us. It's going to tell off. So we have to make sure that with the virus of hurt, so we won't infect others, we got to make sure that we get quarantined for us to be able to be rehabilitated, for us to be helped, for us to be healed. And one of the things that we always were told by doctors, when you take antibiotics, even if you start feeling better, take all of it until it's gone. What happens because even though you may have felt better, if you don't take all of it, that virus or that bacteria can grow back. And a lot of times it's worse than it was when you first had it. So what happened, I found out when you take antibiotics, you take all of it, let's say they give you a 15-day dose. That 15-day dose actually lasts 30 days. Because you take all of it. In 30 days is enough time for all the bacteria for it to leave your body. But when we don't take the whole dose, and we're going by what we think, because we don't have those symptoms. Now realize we may not have the physical symptoms, but we still carry the virus. I found out it's a chart that shows how a person can get infected, and it showed when a person has, they say Ebola, a person within a 3-foot radius of them, they can catch it. But when a person has the flu, when a person is 6 feet around them, they can catch it. So that's on a physical sense. What about the emotional sense when it comes down to the infection of the virus of hurt? And we're not just thinking about when we are hurt and we may hurt others. But what happened when you love someone or when you want to encounter someone that's hurt themselves? What happened? We end up getting the symptoms of what they're giving off. It's just like some people that may have had babies. If a mother is having a morning sickness, sometimes she can be carrying the baby, but the male is wanting to get the morning sickness, having the symptoms and all that stuff, you know. Why? Because there's a soul tie. There's a connection. And so when it comes down to even involving ourselves with people who are hurt, now we may mean well, but we have to see and ask God to help us to see or even accept if this person is a carrier or if they're healed. Ouch. 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 And so we have to ask ourselves if they are a carrier or not. Another thing I do want to bring up, I was speaking about soul tie, even in 1 Corinthians, the 6th chapter and the 15th verse. Yes, I'm going to read it from the New King James Version. It said, "Do you not know that your bodies are members of Christ? Yeah. Shall I then take a member of Christ and make them members of a Pauline or Protestant or whatever?" In other words, even when I'm saying about having sex with someone, when you become physically intimate with them, it's more than just a physical thing. So, I want to bring that up. But also, I do want to say this. A lot of times, when we deal with someone, we try to change or we think that we can kind of keep up with them. One of the things I always say, and I hope it's not offensive to anybody, but one of the things I always say, let's just say that you may be either a virgin or inexperienced, but you end up seeing someone and you find out that they are more advanced than you. One of the things I always tell people, when you deal with people or when you consider dating someone, think about this. When you know that a person has been sexually active, a person is as freaky as the freakiest person that they've been with. That means that if you interested in somebody and they've been a player, they've been into threesomes, menage a trois, wheels to change, thumbtacks, razor blades, jumper cables, and all that stuff. Being real with you, there are people that are into that.
They are.
This one female, I was crazy about her. She said, well, if you love me, you got to hit me. If you don't hit me, that means you don't love me. There are women that into that. You getting hit by cars or something. It just like, what the heck? I'm serious. There are some that are like that. There are some dudes.
Crazy.
Hey, they like dressing like a woman. They like role playing. You know, they want to be pinched and get a knife and poke them. I've heard some crazy. It seems like everybody always want to confess me about some crazy stuff. That's the way it always been throughout my life. There are guys and girls that are like that. So if you are considering dating them, even if you're not into that, I'm gonna tell you something. You gotta think about it. That's their spirit. That's their sexual appetite. And you might not be able to think. So you think about it. If you with them, let's just say that you want to keep yourself till you get married. You want to practice abstinence. But this person, they're with you, but you're hoping that they're not stepping outside of the relationship with you. And so you got to think about it. Do you want to count up the cost to be with that person when they are far advanced in you? Now, don't get me wrong. God can heal, God can deliver any and everybody. But also being real, you got to think about what if the person ain't delivered? Or what happened if you're interested in somebody, but they were a lesbian? Or this guy that you like, he was a former homosexual. So you got to think about, now this person may mean well, this person may be delivered. But you got to think about in the back of your mind, are you willing to accept that? Because that means that you're willing to accept if he says, well, he was going to go up with his homeboys and go to watch a movie, or just hang out, watch a movie, watch a sport game, or whatever like that. He can mean well, but in the back of your mind, will you be thinking, is he going to have sex with him? Is he one of the boys that he was sexually involved with? Right. Same thing with a young lady. You like her, but you found out that she was a lesbian or she was bisexual. Now when you hear about her going shopping with the girls, is that a setup? Are they really going to go shopping? See, these are the kind of things that may be on your mind. And like I said, they may be legit. They may be really doing that. But you have to ask yourself, are you willing to either let that go, or are you willing to be responsible enough to say, you know what, I don't think this is the one for me. She might be a good person, but it may not be the one for me. And especially those that got children. What if you have a child, but you know that this person was a lesbian, and now because your child is small, you thinking, wait a minute now, are they going to be looking at my child? These are some of the things that you have to think about. A lot of times, we just kind of brush it under the rug, and sometimes we may say, well, you know what, but they said they don't do that more, but just because they said they don't do that no more, that doesn't mean that they're not delivered. Because a lot of times, they may be it just may be dormant, because that is a spirit. Right. Like I say, everything pertaining to us is in the spiritual realm too. So a lot of things that they may not be doing, it may be dormant until the opportunity comes, or until they become vulnerable. Which is something else I want to bring up. A lot of times, especially those who are practicing abstinence, one of the things that we have to correct, we have to stop saying, God, kill my flesh. Stop saying that. All right. You don't want God to, you need some paper. Yeah. We got to stop telling God to kill our flesh. What we got to start telling God, God, don't kill my flesh. God, put it on reserve. Preserve my feelings. Preserve me. Because when something is killed, the only thing that's good for is being buried. But when you ask God to put it on preserve it, that means at the right time with the right person during marriage, then he can unleash everything that he had on reserve. And there's nothing wrong with sex. Sex was made by God. But sex is made by God within the confines of marriage. Now, true enough, there may be people, like I said, there may be people who may have operated in sex before marriage. Now, one thing I will say is asking God to forgive you. And then also, you forgiving yourself. And a lot of times, so many people, they hold on to the blame, to the game, to the shame of the choices they made in the past. And a lot of times, it's not just them doing it that they feel guilty about. Sometimes they feel guilty about the person that they did it with. And we have to what? Forgive ourselves. That's not who we are. That's who we were. But why pay a fine when God said it's free? God said, you know what? I forgive you. But we still, I just still feel like would you go on with your life? And not realizing that's actually a trap the devil trying to do to make you feel that you're not qualified for the one that God has for you.
Amen.
The devil is always trying to bring past things upon us to link us back to our past mistakes, so that way we can deal with our past mistakes in our future love. He's trying to connect the dots, but God is trying to get you out of the box and get you back in rhythm to the purpose and plan that God has for you. That's why repentance is so important. Repentance, simply two words: read, do it again, repent, get back in the highest place. Penthouse, the highest level, Pentagon. All these repent, get it back in your original state that God has you to be in. But like I said, the devil's trying to link us with the wrong one. Because the devil does not want us to be happy. The devil does not want us to be in a happy, beautiful relationship. I'm going to say it like this. For those that are good young ladies or good guys, the devil does not want you to be in a relationship with somebody just like you. He's trying to link you up with someone that's the opposite of you. In other words, he's trying to link you to your worst nightmare.
Oh!
You think about it. If you could be in bed, if you could be intimate with your worst nightmare, you will never reach the potential of who God made you and what God has for you. There is a bigger picture that's at stake. But everything pertaining to what you desire and what God has for you is linked to the right man or the right woman that God has for you. See, the husband or the wife that God has for you, that's just a small portion of God's ultimate plan. But if you can get the wrong one, you'll never reach your full potential. If you can get the wrong one, you will not receive everything that God has for you, because you're going to be getting somebody that don't appreciate what you got, don't appreciate who you are. And as soon as you get that, then you get somebody that's going to start making you give up some things that actually pertain to your character, pertain to your identity. The wrong one is against your true identity. The wrong one is somebody that you can't stand, and ultimately what's going to happen, that person is going to make you turn against yourself. That person ultimately, listen here, every time you hit that person, every time you encounter that person, every time that person do something wrong, they're going to flip it to make it seem like you're the problem.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a game that was sanctioned by the devil, because the devil is their spiritual father. But you have to think about it. You got to think about this. If we are the one that's saved, love the Lord, see, we know how to talk a good man, being a preacher. When we meet somebody, we talk too much. But first of all, let me tell you something. First of all, you know I go to church Sunday, Wednesday, and I look here, I'm not giving up myself, I'm saving myself, because the last time I did, I gave myself too soon, and I ended up regretting, so now I'm not doing that no more. And that person ain't even saying, hey, how you doing? We talk, we tell ourselves, but actually we tell listen here. Every time you see a movie preview, the movie preview won't show or disclose the whole movie. It's gonna give you a little glimpse. It's gonna give you a sound bite. It's gonna give you a little bit of what the movie is about. But it's not gonna tell you everything about the movie. It's gonna tell you enough just to get the viewer's attention to let you know who's involved. And based on who's involved, it's gonna let you know if this is something. You gonna ask a question?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it okay to ask if they're a Christian at the beginning?
It is, but not just by what they say, watch their response. Because it's going to show you their level of maturity. Because anybody can say this. Actually, if you want to say it like an exclusive plug, anybody can say they're a Christian. Christians, all that, except the Lord Jesus Christ, they're saying that they're saved. But just because they say they're saved don't mean that they're delivered.
That's right.
So we have to, I'll put it like this. One of the things that we already talked about, you have to look at people in two different categories. If they are a non-believer, which they ain't saved, or if they are a believer, a Christian. Now, if they say that they are a non-believer, then they have not accepted Jesus Christ as their personal Savior. You can expect for them to act like their spiritual father, the devil. Yes.
Oh no, you couldn't.
Okay. But if somebody says that they are saved, now that they say that they are saved, now you have to examine their level of spiritual maturity.
Right.
Because once you examine their spiritual maturity, then it still lets you know if they are compatible or equally yoked with you or not. Because let's just say if I'm a female, this is a guy, we're the same age. He been saved and living strong past 30 years. But I just got saved day before yesterday, but I'm still smoking, I'm still drinking, and I still want to have my sex. But we Christians. But why you don't want to be with me? We saved. We're not compatible, we're not equally yoked. Yes.
I'm glad. I was just gonna ask. So, when you with somebody, both person needs to really be on the same page. Like, if they believe in the same God, you know, like I believe in God, so the person I'm with should believe in that God, should be practicing the same step. Because if not, it's unequally yoked.
Yes, but also you're not the one that actually tell them, because you're a young lady. You're not the one that tell them what they need to do. You should see it. Because a lot of times, people, I say like a young lady may mess up and tell the guy the expectation that she have, and then he'll become who she wants him to be. For the cause of getting what he wants, and when he get what he wants, then he becomes who he really is. He has revealed who he really is or how he really is. And it can go vice versa. It can go the same thing with a young lady. You know, I'm looking for a young lady that's going to love my child, and do this, you know, I got my own business, I can make my own money, then all of a sudden, because she's not looking at the man, she's looking at the dollar bill. Because all she needs to do is see, you know what, I can come up. If I'm with him, I can come up in life. Because he got what I need. And if he got what I need, I can get what I want.
Right.
So a lot of times, if we just learn to shut up and just observe, let the person tell off on themselves instead of us telling them who we looking for. Listen here, I'm going to say it like this. God knows our desires, and also the devil knows our desires. So if we just, we tell the person what we're looking for, then they can put on that camouflage of being a hypocrite, because a hypocrite is simply a mask word.
Come on.
So all they need to do is put on the right hypocrite based on the pain that we have painted the mask, because we told them what we're looking for. And then, as long as we can give them what they want, and we begin to start missing church, start having sex with them, or start doing for them. See, I'm a good person and I'm a Christian person, so I know this person, they need help or they need it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show them that I'm important in their life by doing some things that they need in their life. It can be easy to take their clothes to their house and washing the dishes. It can be doing chores. Look for ways to be involved in their life. So that way we can show them that, hey, you need me, I'm good for you. But in actuality, they're not good for you.
That's right.
So with that, it's showing our vulnerability, because when we become vulnerable with the wrong person, not only we have given them our heart, but we have given our whole soul, being, everything. They control everything pertaining to us. We are their spiritual and emotional and financial ATM. Anything that they want. I'm gonna tell you like this. We are their Camille. We are their camouflage. Because what you need, I'll become there for you, because I love you. Even though you do me wrong, I'm gonna be devoted to you and get things. We are committed, and we're committed, and we're giving wives benefits to girlfriends or boyfriends.
Right.
We giving people spouse benefits in a relationship that is going down the drain. And you know who end up losing? It's us.
Right.
We're drained, we're hurt, but we are in a relationship. But it feels strange because we in a relationship that we love someone, but we feeling worse than we were when we were single and seeking. So we have to also identify what is love. A lot of times people say, well, well, why are you with this person? That person cheated on you. That person did this. That person did that. What? Oh, because I love them. No, that's an excuse that they say because they don't know what to say.
Right.
In other words, they become emotionally involved and mentally involved with somebody, and they can even find out the words of what to say on why you're with that person. It's more than it ain't love. They categorize it as love, but in actuality, you feeling dependent. You are a dependent person, and you want them to feel your love. You want them to feel that you are important to them, but in actuality, that's an insecurity that you have within yourself.
Yeah. That's true.
And it can happen to a guy or a girl. It don't just happen to women. It happens to guys too. This one guy, I don't know his name, so I can just tell the story. But this one guy, he was in the jail, and he was crying, and he was, man, oh girl did me wrong, man. She did me wrong. Are you married to him? No. How many kids y'all got? We ain't got none, but she got 6. What's wrong? But she don't appreciate me, and blah, blah, blah. I pay this, I pay that. Wait a minute, dude, you ain't married to her. You're not committed. Well, you say that you love her, but she don't love you. The actions are showing how she feels, not her words, her actions. But all those kids that you're trying to take care of, they're not even respecting you. They don't respect you, but you're not respecting yourself. Dude, leave. Accept the writing that's on the wall. And that's what a lot of people have a problem with, accepting what God is revealing.
What?
They drive on the, if you want to call it the freeway of love. And God is showing the red flag. God showing the bump sign. God showing this. God showing all this stuff. And we keep on going. We look, dead end, roll closed, but we keep on driving. And we get mad because we've driven off the cliff. But God was showing you, hey, open up your eyes, quit looking straight, but I'm showing you signs right in front of you. You need to exit. You need to make a U-turn, because that's the wrong route to get to your destination.
That's right.
And that's why a lot of times, being real with you, a lot of times it happens with innocent people, nice people, especially if we use the umbrella of being a Christian. Because but I don't want to be mean, I don't want to break up, but we just want to be friends. That ain't no, listen here, if they're not worthy of your heart, they're not worthy of your friendship. abandon ship and exit them somewhere else. It's okay to cry. Male or female, it's okay to cry. But you never stop standing still while you're crying. You keep on walking when you're crying. In other words, keep on making motion, forward motion. Don't stand still, because a lot of times we allow that hurt, we allow past experiences to paralyze us for the rest of our life. One thing I want to bring, we're going to get ready to, even if there's any questions, whatever, y'all welcome to. If there ain't any questions, then over there?
No.
Okay. One of the things we have to think about is, along with being careful in who we choose, and like I said, understanding that the devil is trying so badly to make us link with the wrong one. Because ultimately, God already knew who you were going to be with before eternity passed. God already knew that who was going to be linked with you. God knew who was going to pursue you. God knew who was going to pursue you. God knew who you were going to pursue. He knew all of that. But he tried to forewarn us. But unfortunately, a lot of times, like I said, we overlook. A lot of times we ignore. A lot of times we allow our emotions to make decisions that our head is telling us not to do. Yeah.
And then you feel like you escape, like you know you feel like you can feel it in every room, prospect, like what you're saying or not. And like everybody relates to some of the words explaining to us, you know, feel it in the air, like right here with you.
Yeah, and you know, yeah, go.
When you were saying all that stuff out of nowhere, like you're telling me, you talk out of nowhere, and I can say that. Like now, once she put the period, I know she mad. I know her. She never put a period when she's not mad. Like when she mad, she put a period. And all that stuff I was spit out.
You know what? Number one, I appreciate y'all even now. You know, unfortunately, a lot of times we try to, I said earlier, we try to override, but a lot of times we try to prove people wrong because there are people that have told us, don't fool with that person. Leave that person alone. That person ain't no good for you. It's true. But a lot of times, well, I got to find out for myself.
That is it.
And a lot of times what happens, because of us trying to prove a point, we end up getting ourselves more involved and also more hurt than we had calculated. You know what? There are some people, I'm not saying anybody here, but there are some people that were dealing with people that were playing games, and so since they knew that they were playing games, they felt like, well, you know what? All I need to do is, if they're going to play games with me, I'm going to play games with them. I'm going to get something out the deal.
Right.
Let's be real. No woman is a match to a guy.
Right.
Because as long as that guy, he can do whatever he wants. He can do whatever he wants and leave. But if a woman tries to do the same thing, what happens if she gets pregnant?
Right.
Who's going to be stuck with the baby? It ain't him. It's her. And a lot of times, some guys, it's no problem for them to be thrown on child support. As long as, look, I'll pay it, but that doesn't mean I got to deal with her. And guess what? In the eyes of the law, as long as he's financially supported, morally, he needs to be physically supported, emotionally supported, spiritually supported. But as long as the eyes of the law see that he's paying child support, that's all they care about.
Right.
But who's stuck with the baby? It's your old mom and grandma and granddad.
That's right.
And so, when those things happen, we have to realize, first of all, when You're more valuable than just a piece of meat to lie in the bed.
Yeah, thank you.
Women need to be protected.
Yeah.
Only a man can protect you, but a boy will expose you. A man is more concerned. First of all, a real man is concerned about your spirit first. He's concerned about your soul. A real man want to make sure. First of all, we're gonna pray.
That's right.
First of all, and like I said, he gonna always be a word that we don't hear often. Consistent. A person's true character is revealed by their consistency. How a person is, male or female. How a person is, if they're the type where every time you see them, they earn their own time. Every time you see them, they're always doing this, they're always doing that. That's a person's true character. One thing we always say, if you do something one time, it's an accident. You do something twice, it's a habit. Do something once, it's an accident. Do something twice, it's a habit. You want to see people with the habit of having good ethics and morals. You want to see a person with the habit or with the routine or with the consistency of living what they speak. You want to see people that is purpose-minded. You want to see people, you want to allow people in your area of the pool of people that you may potentially date or marry. You want to be around those kind of people that's always planning ahead. My dad have always said, save a dry stick for a wet day.
What does that mean?
That means save money. I'll put it like this, saving a dry stick for a wet day. You never know when time may come where you may be in need. So you always put back in this financially or something. Always be the type to plan ahead. Even in business, a lot of times they tell you, if you want to start a business, you have a 5-year plan where you may experience a loss first, 1 or 2 years, whatever like that, And so with that, you want to make sure that you save something. You want to save some grace. More like, they call it like the grace period, so to speak. So the main thing is, you want to make sure you have people, or you choose the people in the pool of the type of people that is the type that is compatible, like I say, with your purpose and plan. Not just, of course, you want to be attracted to that person, and God has somebody that's attracted to you physically, spiritually, emotionally, and especially intellectually. The worst thing that can happen is somebody deal with someone based on the physical and they about to dumb and cross. I'm going to tell you like this. It's so beautiful for somebody to stimulate you mentally. It's something awesome for someone to just feed your intellect. And we're not talking about somebody that's speaking game, but you learn from somebody.
Yes.
Somebody that can feed you physically, mentally, emotionally, all these things. Because that's the real deal. Because what they're saying out of their mouth is revealing what's in their heart. So when someone feeds you, and especially, that's how they keep your attention. Now, they can catch your attention by how they look, but they keep their attention by how they feed you. And that's something we got to think about, because a lot of times, what I found out, this is something I always say. See, when you are anointed, or when you around an anointed person, the anointing will make a person look attractive. Anointed person will draw you. There are some people, let's just say, It might be somebody that's in the entertainment field, athlete, whatever. You may see a picture of them, and they look alright. Look alright. But when you catch them in their field, when you catch them on the court, how they master the ball, or how they perform on stage, you catch them in their element. Now there's an attraction.
Right.
They're in their anointed position, and it draws you. You're like, man, woo! Now, there's a connection, there's an interest that you're like, man, this person, I don't know what it is about them, but they're in their element. I ain't trying to talk about this person now. I'm not saying, I don't call anybody ugly or anything like that, but I just say they're not my type. But Flavor Flav. Now, he's a good candidate for somebody else. Yeah. Somebody loves him. Yeah. But if somebody took a picture of him, a lot of people would turn him down. But when he's on stage or when he's performing in his element, he attracts people. And we're not talking about those that seek him for money. We're talking about other people. It's just like there are some singers, and as soon as they open up their mouth and they just start singing, it's like, wow. Especially those of the opposite sex. Luther Vandross, he was a good-looking young man. But after he get done singing, there was a lot of young ladies that, ooh, I would marry him in a minute. But he was the same person that you saw before he opened up his mouth. Wow. What drew you closer to him? His anointed gift.
Yes.
That's awesome.
His calling.
Like awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Like some reason, like how people react to stuff when they see it, they're not like it's abstract, most of it is really.
Yeah, and so that's why, if you think about it, to you might be an ordinary person, but you have a gift. You have a purpose. You have a calling. So the person that God has for you is going to be attracted to you, just like you were attracted to Flavor Flav or Mariah Carey or Luther Vandross. You're someone's ideal love. They love you not just because of what you got, but most importantly, who you are. They love everything about you. They're interested in you. Not because you said that's what you got. Because what you got, they got it. There's going to be some compatibility. There's going to be an exchange because you want to do for them. They want to do for you too. In other words, the love and the relationship is going to be reciprocated. You talk about praying, they're going to sing a song. You want to pray, they're going to read the scripture. If there's something going on, hey baby, you had a rough day at work, girl. You know what? Don't worry about that. Don't worry. You're going to get that job. And just because devil didn't hire you, big and strong you are, look here. You my man. I'm going to take care of you. And that man that seemed like he felt like the world is crumbling. Now, because he with the right one, you know what? I got somebody on my team that they there for me. They're going to cut for you. The person that God has for you has already studied you and also you're their favorite subject. You ain't got to tell a man how to treat you. You ain't got to tell a man how to treat your heart. Because that man is sent by God that knows how to protect your heart. Same thing with a young lady. A young lady, you ain't got to tell her, what you need or what you've been through. No. She don't resemble your past. She resembles your future. She resembles your purpose. One thing I found out, it's in the scripture. When God gives a blessing, when God gives a blessing, he gives us riches and adds no sorrow. How come the relationship that we be in have caused us sorrow and misery? Because it was not sent or authorized by God.
I can't.
So, I don't care how I try to put a wrench inside of a car. heart. It was not designed that way. And a lot of times we try to force something that was not naturally designed to fit. But in spite of that, God has given us a second chance. God has given us a second chance at love of life. But also what he wanted to do, he wanted to be detoxed from every toxic relationship or even verbiage, physical, mental, or emotional that have transpired with us. God wanted to detach those soul ties that were linked with us and to us that meant us no good. I'm gonna tell you what the Lord had made me do before I had got married. The Lord had told me to go and apologize to the young lady that I had sex with. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared. First of all, a dude going out to find the young lady that I was having sex with, how's bad it?
50.
Okay. To have those that I had sex with, God told me to apologize to them. And I ain't gonna lie, I was scared of all I do. But first of all, me personally, I was never the type that was a suave guy to say what's up. Some people call me a nerd. I didn't know what to say, I didn't know how to say it. And there was one particular person that I was really looking for, and I was like, God, I don't know how to contact this person or anything. And God told me to look at my car. And I remember I saw her a year earlier, and I put her card in my car. And God told me to apologize to them, but not just apologize to them based on my actions, but apologize to them based on every man that have encountered them. And what I found out, that helped me. That detached those soul ties that I had with her and allowed me to be able to pick up my new me. Because whenever we become sexually involved with someone, and we talk about soul ties and intercourse earlier, when you pick up somebody's spirit, you lose yours.
How do you detach soul ties?
That with those that I had sex with that I couldn't contact, I went to the scene of the crime and repented. Now with the soul tie, what you do is you first you ask God to forgive you. And then also you forgive yourself. Now I will say this, in case you do encounter or want to encounter those you might get sexually involved with, male or female, you have to first using wisdom, you gotta see if they're mature enough to handle that. Because there are some people, what you see, it may be a setup for you to get back with them. Or it may open up more wounds where your intention going to do good, but I didn't want to tell you I apologize. Oh girl, you like that. It doesn't matter if you trying to do this Jesus thing, it doesn't matter if you're gonna fall, you're gonna be right back at my doorstep. I'm gonna be right back in. Somebody like that, you know what, God, forgive me. I know who I'm dealing with, and I ain't got time to be going back and end up having a cuss that I ain't cussed in a long time. Yes, ma'am.
Is it actually necessary to go back and repent? Because I was in the military. There's no way I'm fine.
No. You don't have to, especially some people. I'm not saying this is your case, but some people, they've been all around the world, all around the country. You can't actually go back up there. You just, just say, God, forgive me, and also help me to forgive myself. That's it. But the thing was, like I said, there are some people that God sent me to, and come to find out, it wasn't just beneficial for them. It was beneficial for me because I found out that I had some insecurities within myself. It brought some awareness about me. I'm not trying to make this all about me, but I'm sharing this because a lot of times some women feel that men don't have feelings or emotions, men don't care or whatever like that. And all I say is this: whatever happens to women, it can also happen to a man. Because just like I say, all men cheat. No, cheating has no gender; it's a spirit. So the same thing pertaining to cheating, which is a spirit, so it's hurt. And hurt has no gender. Hurt is a spirit. So just like how women can hurt, that spirit of hurt can also fall prey upon men. So what I found out that I was looking for love and trying to equate the emptiness that I had about myself. I was trying to look for it in a relationship. And I would think, as long as I'm in a relationship where it was a boyfriend, girlfriend, and that's what I look for, courtship leading to marriage. But I found out that I was, because of my insecurity, because all my life I was called ugly Dublin, flat butt Mexican. I heard all those things about me. Come to find out, every negative word that was said about me, I received it, and I allowed it to be my identity. And so, for me to feel better, I thought if I can have a young lady that I can really love and give her husband benefits, even in a relationship, I thought that maybe what I would give her, it would fill that void that was within myself. And come to find out, it only made me feel empty.
Yes.
I would give and give and give, and it was never enough. I would give 100%, but it's only appreciated 1,000%, and I could never catch up. And so, a lot of times we just have to, a lot of times we just have to realize that when it comes down to it, one of the biggest ways the devil tries to get us outside of our purpose and plan that God has for us is pertaining to God's own. And so, with going back even with the soul ties and stuff, even being careful, even being careful with not only who we dating or not only who we interact with, but also from now on making sure that you start looking in the mirror and start speaking to yourself, and make sure that, like I said, you forgive yourself, but also making sure that with those people that we have been sexually involved with, make sure that we set healthy boundaries. Because a lot of times what happens when we have become sexually involved, especially when we have had soul ties and stuff, the devil will try to now get to our head, because now we have those images in our head. Even if we don't physically see them, they're engraved in our head and in our minds. And so now what happens, because you're strong enough to withstand it in the daytime, he's going to start dealing with you at night.
Oh my God.
He's going to start, he's going to start dealing with you. He's going to start dealing with you at nighttime, because he realizes he can't get you in the daytime. So at night when you're vulnerable, what feeds our vulnerability at night? What we listen to. Even the music that we have listened to in the daytime, television, going to bed at night with the radio, TV, it can happen. Well, I'm going to say this. At nighttime, if you think about it, for those who used to go out or whatever like that, when you go to a party or whatever, when you first get there, you might see a couple of cute people, but all of a sudden you see that they start being linked up with somebody else. And then when it starts getting closer to the time the party's about to end, it seems like now everybody look cute, because now you feel the devil just to get somebody. The later it gets, the cuter people get.
No, that's true.
The later it gets, let's be real, the later it gets, the finer people get. You start compromising. You're like, well, shucks, ain't no, I can deal with that little. But his gut can be something I just hold on to. We don't look too bad. We start compromising because it's getting late. And so the the devil started talking to us. The devil started reminding us, you know, doing this. And I would say like this, that's why a lot of times when we are hurt or at nighttime when we become vulnerable, that's when that lustful spirit comes back. It reminds you of the people that you used to have sex with. It reminds you of the people that are even could be available if you just go ahead and make that phone call. The devil will always try to bring back those urges. He's going to try to make you remember how good it felt.
Oh my God.
And then we wonder why, wait a minute, but I ain't seen that person, that all of a sudden out the blue, that person called out the blue.
Come on.
Exactly. Out the blue.
Text.
Exactly. That's crazy.
All of a sudden, look here, you looking on Facebook, all of a sudden you get a notification, friend request, and it's her. Or it's him.
Facts. Or
Like,
they'll poke you on Facebook.
Yeah, look here, you ain't heard this person in months or years, all of a sudden, get an inbox. Hey, what's up? Wait a minute. You know, so these are the times that the devil knows when we're weak. The devil will always deal with us. Not just when we're strong, but he'll deal with us when we're strong. And sometimes we feel safe when we're in the church. We feel safe because I can't do what I want to do, so physically I have to be here because I need to be here because I feel weak. I gotta be here because I feel safe around my brothers and sisters. But I'm scared to be by myself that I might fall back to who I used to be instead of who I'm trying to become. And don't you know, when you feeling good, when you studying God's word, when you being around people that's encouraging, you feel good, you feel strengthened. But when you don't have those things, or when you have lacked those things, then that's when those conversations, that's when you begin to start compromise. That's when you, well, you know, I feel so weak. I feel, Lord, I don't know what to do. And then all of a sudden, now you start feeling guilty. And I'm going to tell you another thing that the devil's trying to do. Because you don't do it in the daytime, what the devil going to do, the devil going to make you start having dreams and imagination about you having sex. And then when you get up in the morning, now you feel guilty just like you actually had it. And now you think about, why do I feel so guilty? It was a dream. Actually, it was a spirit. Because the devil trying to make you feel that that's okay, so that way you can accept it. So when the opportunity comes, that person or that individual that you are so physically attracted to, he set the scene. But you are saved. You saved, you love the Lord. But there's a peace.
And then you start thinking like, you start having the thoughts, and then when you actually leave them, they'll start making you have thoughts like, oh, then she's gonna start doing it to another dude. What she's doing to you to somebody else.
Yeah.
So you like, I don't want that to happen.
So you go ahead and you have sex with him or with her, so that way they won't do it with somebody else. Because at least you know them and it's comfortable. At least you know them, it's safe. And another thing, I'll tell you, of being adults, even an opportunity, because you don't want to have sex, and you know sex is wrong outside of marriage. So instead of you watching sex, it's okay to watch a little pornography, or it's okay to have sexual gratification, but you're only doing it by yourself. Y'all know what sexual gratification is?
Yeah.
Okay. No. Masturbate.
Yeah.
And as long as I'm doing it, as long as I'm doing it with myself or by myself, I'm not hurting anybody else. But in actuality, it's a spirit that's dealing with your mind, because now you're going to be thinking about lust 24/7. And this is the thing. Lust is an appetite that feeds, that craves itself. Even while you sleep, even when you're conscious. The devil will be dealing with you, and it's never going to be enough. You do it one time, and then there's going to be a third, or fourth, or fifth time. And it's just like a junkie. He trying to crave what he had on that first hit. But it's just like that carrot being chased by that rabbit. You're going to go further and further than you calculate.
And you follow more shots like when you went younger. So then you start doing stuff, and then I didn't realize not to make it weird or anything, but when to do it, like say you masturbate, and after you're done, you come to your senses, you be like, why did I do that?
Right. Yeah, because the devil always, think about this, the devil always try to bring guilt, shame, and all this stuff. So he making you do it, and he gonna question you why you did it.
Yeah.
Because now what's gonna happen, now that you feel guilty, now he's gonna make you feel like, well, you know what, you can't be forgiven, or God won't forgive you, or you see, since you down in that lower grades, not since you that way, you might as well stay there. One of the things we always say, the devil is not concerned about what he can make you do. Or you can do something one time, repent, and never do it again. He's not concerned about what he can make you do. He's more concerned about what he can make you become.
Right.
If you become it, it's a part of your character. He's not trying to make you masturbate. He's not concerned about that. He's trying to make you become a masturbator.
Yeah.
When you do it, like I said, every opportunity that you get, you calculate, you think about that. He's trying to control your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, your soul.
It was something about like music, I think about like 14 volume, that like, I don't know about people, so like certain music, like they're like you play it, I don't know something, like something before, they like you play like 14 volume, they'll bring like no matter how happy you are, no matter like how excited you are about something going on, they'll bring you down, make you think about a lot of stuff, all that stuff, and then like 3 volume, like they say they play most music in like 14 volume and not 3 volume.
Yeah. I heard a little bit about that, but this is what I tell even about music in general. Me being a musician, musicians can control the emotions of people. There are certain chords, progressions, certain notes that can be played to make you feel happy, to make you feel sad, to get you in a romantic mood, make you feel angry. And you notice, like now, the old horns in the cars and trucks, beep, 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 they had a diminished, y'all gotta know. There is a distance in the music that it is there to disturb, but because of road rage and all that stuff, now they have changed the horns to make it sound more pleasant. Those sounds a lot of times with the major notes. Instead of like a Jaws, that's a diminished, like a diminished note. So it's all about.
You said it's a who?
Diminished is let's just say like if you're in the key of C, C is C sharp. So it's the distance in the notes are minute, but when it comes down to a pleasant sound, it'll be a major. So I'll show y'all maybe Sunday on those. But with music, that's one of the most uninterrupted ways that people learn or they can get into a person's spirit. Just like how you learn the ABCs. A, B, C, D, E, F, G with math. Every time I tell you, hey, spell respect, first thing you're going to think about, Aretha Franklin. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. You're going to think about that. Because music is a way that we learn. A lot of times we learn, and also, like I say, we relate to it. So when it comes down to music, a lot of times when we listen to in the nighttime, if you notice, we can be going to bed, we sleep, and we can be having a dream, and also we dreaming about a particular song in our dream, and when we wake up, it's actually that artist that we listen to in our sleep that's on the CD or tape. Music, what we listen to, or even the TV programs, whatever like that, it get in draft into our dreams, and it gets into our soul, into our spirit. and we don't physically stop it because we're asleep. We can't fight in our physical being, so it's all games played in our spirit. It's just like opening up this door and everybody leaving out. Anybody can come in. So God is trying to help us to have a guard or have a gate to help us be aware of what we allow into our spirit. Which also, one last thing, even pertaining to some gospel songs or gospel artists, just because they say that gospel doesn't mean that they ain't delivered.
Right.
There's a lot of songs that we have to make sure that we be conscious of, even if it says it's gospel. Because a lot of people, they may have said hallelujah or God or all this and all that, but their spirit in the purpose and in the timing of them making that song, or what kind of spirit they may have been battling with, especially if we knowingly are knowledgeable about what they're dealing with, we got to understand that that same spirit that they might have been dealing with, if we're not careful, we can invite that kind of spirit into our spirit. Even if it is gospel. So we have to understand, if God is nudging you in your spirit, something ain't right. Something, check it out. If it's a person, they might have a pretty package, but the gift inside that package, it might be AT&T, TNT. It might be a TNT. But I'm not gonna hold y'all. If y'all need to go, y'all go ahead. I'll put a CD for you, a DVD for you. I'll give it to y'all. I hope. Okay. Fuck yeah, I do want to say this. I said this about breaking soul ties. Fast and pray.
Yes.
I found out, even my favorite scripture, part 9 and 29, some things come by prayer and fasting. Even with that part in that verse, the reason why Jesus was able to cast out those spirits, unlike the other disciples, is because Jesus recognized that it was a spiritual matter that they were dealing with, that little boy was dealing with. So Jesus was already prayed up, fasted up, and so in order for us to break strongholds, we have to fast and pray, and also we have to be mindful of the atmosphere and the environment that we allow ourselves during those times of fasting and praying. Because we have to be mindful of what the devil tried to do. What the devil tried to do after we have been delivered from something. If we not prayed up, he will bring it back, and this time it's going to be more intense. That's the reason why when we have allowed someone probably not next part. Yeah. I'm going to ignore but a lot of times the things that we have struggled with, the devil gonna try after we have left it alone, he's gonna try to bring it back. And like I said, this time he's gonna try to bring it more intense. That's the reason why after you have left a person alone and they were toxic, whatever, a lot of times we expect them to try to come back. They're gonna try to say something, and they're gonna try to have some type of fingerprint to allow themselves to have interest to come back. They're gonna try to come back. So that's why we have to cut all avenues, even all communications off, because you never know what their intent. See, your intent may be good, but their intent may be evil. So if they know that you were strong enough to leave them the first time, they're gonna try to make sure you don't leave them the second time. So that's why it's very, very important for us to fast and pray, because when we fast and pray, it wakes up our spiritual senses. It helps us become spiritually aware. See, when you're in the natural, you can see a person in the natural. But when you're in the spirit, when the spirit kick in, the spirit will remove what you see on the outside. You see the real person, the real them. That's the reason why there are some people, you be walking around in the crowd, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, that person, oh, that person has a bad aura.
Yes.
We saying aura, but actually their spirit. People with bad motives, bad intentions, ill intentions. You can pick them up.
Yeah.
And God, like I always say, God will always try to forewarn you, but a lot of times we override what God is trying to show us. So, with fasting, with prayer, also speak to yourself. Speak to yourself. Look in the mirror. Talk to yourself. Speak to yourself as if you know everything about what happened, and speak. I don't want to just say speak positive, but speak God's word over your life in that situation. Like I said, forgive yourself and also forgive them. That doesn't mean that you have to trust them. That doesn't mean that you have to get them back. But whenever you don't forgive someone, you actually, not only you become like that person, but it also makes you a candidate to pick other people that are just like them.
Yeah.
When you don't forgive a person, you think about the person that hurt you the most, that you can't hold on, that you still hold on to.
Say when you repeat that. You talk about you don't forget somebody.
If you don't forgive a person, if you don't forgive that person, not only you become just like that person, but you begin to start choosing people like them. When you don't forgive a person, you set yourself up to receive people that are just like them. That's why when a lot of people, when you've been hurt by somebody and you still hold on to unforgiveness, then not only you may become just like that person, but also the same type of people. The devil will always try to put those same type of people in your face, because that type of person, which is a spirit, that type of person is the type of person that you deal with, and the devil will always try to make you self-destruct. So the devil don't have to kill you for you to harm yourself, but he can make you kill yourself. Then, hey, he won. So what better way for him to make you kill yourself by you being with someone that's just like the person that hurt you?
Alright, so you know that we got some people in the world, like, when you care about like, God, like, when you put your trust into them, like, and then you got these other people that you don't really trust, like, they don't really care about, like, they try to, like, you know, be there for you, but you got time to turn time down, but you just push them away because you're not feeling like they type of love, no love, people that you like to trust in. Like, you know,
So you're saying, like, if you're in a relationship with someone that you like, that you trust, and there are other people that you don't like or trust,
like, you know, that's not really like, yeah, basically, like, you cool, but it's not like, when they try to, like, oh, you're alright, you're not really trying to buy into it, like, you really want it for a piece that now, really give it to you.
so main thing, are you talking about, like, mainly the person that you're trying to date, and you trust them, but other people that you may not trust, is there even pertaining to friendship or even family? Because that's something else I want to say. You still not only check out their motive, not only check them out, but you examine yourself. Because a lot of times you have to make sure that that person has earned your trust, that person has earned your heart, but also make sure that that person is authentic, if they're true, but also you make sure that if you are rated or qualified for their type of love or their type of heart. Now, with that, glad you brought it up, because there was something else I wanted to bring up also. Even being careful where, like I said, the devil wants to link us with the wrong people, because the wrong type of people not only will make us abandon our hope and dream, but also it will isolate us from those that love us.
Amen.
Yeah,
That's what they do.
See what happened? The wrong type of person, they want to isolate you from those that love you, so that way you can become their puppet, their slave, or they can be able to control you. That's one of the main things that they try to do, to isolate you or talk down upon the people that love you, not just your family, but even your friends too. So that way you can see the main thing they're trying to get into your head. Because if they can isolate you from your family, from your friends, then got you and they can use you for everything that you got. Physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, all these things. And that's why a lot of toxic relationships, or even if you want to call it, even some of them have domestic violence or physical or emotional abuse. Because when a person tries to control you or a person trying to get you outside your habitat, that's control, that's toxic. It ain't healthy. That's male or female. A lot of times, the main thing they will try to do, if they can isolate you from those that love you, if they can isolate you from those that love you, it used to be when you used to go to family function. It used to be that you used to always, call your family, call your friends. And then now, it's like they don't hear from you. Or now, you become secretive. Or now, hey, what you the people that you used to be open with, people that you used to love, now you kind of scared to tell them that you're with that person. That's because that person was not for you, because they're actually against every teaching that you've been taught. So now, what they trying to do? But you're a grown man. Your mama treat you like that. Your dad treat you like that. See, they talking against your foundation. And anytime a tree is outside of this foundation, it soon dies. So now, if they can get you out of your habitat, because it's more than you than what we see. I mentioned about this, but also I want to mention about when I see you, you are a son, you are a brother, you are a friend, you are a cousin. So when you see yourself, you have to see yourself as God sees you, because God sees you the same way, and He sees you as a son of His. But that person that ain't for you also is aware of who you are, even if you're not aware of who you are. So if that person that is not being for you, if they can bring a little division between their worst threats, you and your sister. You and your sister. Now, this one might be the tightest. So they may not start with the tightest. They may start off with one that's not so tight, like a friend. And then after they brought the division between the friend, they might go ahead and get their little cousin. And then upgrade to that cousin. And now they had creeped in with now a division between you and your mom. And after that, ultimately, your sister. Because what happened now, your sister is noticing that who you are has changed.
Yes.
And when she's noticing you have changed, she's telling you your best interest that, wait a minute, you changed because at first you were nice, at first you were kind, now you're short-tempered. Now you're like this, now you're like that. And I'm telling you, you haven't changed until she came into your heart. Not pertaining to your life, but pertaining to your heart. Because she might have came into your life, but God might have been telling you to send her that way. But because you allow her into your heart, now you have changed, because when there is change, there is something that was not meant to be. Now you get a result. Now you're short-tempered, but you're short-tempered towards her. I mean, you know for example. But you're short-tempered towards her. But in actuality, you're actually short-tempered toward a person that you suppose, or you saying that you love, but you don't know how to confront her, so you're taking out of her.
Yeah, that just made me think of, so there's a young rapper named Blueface. And he had a situation recently.
I seen that.
That was big on social media where his mother, he got into it with his girlfriends. He got two girlfriends, and his mother and his sister, I guess they got into like an altercation. But he ended up kicking his mother and his sister out of his house. And, chose side for his girlfriend.
Two girlfriends. Yes, two girlfriends. He kicked them out.
It was like the girls were able to come in between.
If it's unequal in New York, that's what they do. They want to isolate you so that way they can control you. That would become a public.
Yeah, but
Then
he,
it's two rough women.
yeah, see, he's out of order because he doing two. So even if they were wrong, he was wrong because he playing with two women's sport.
Yes.
See, and then like all that stuff, and then something like the thing that be making me stay with her now because she got a baby. So like, how do I feel like she's pregnant right now? She's not that far at pregnancy. That's the hard thing about it.
Okay. Is it your baby? I'll see what they I'm gonna tell you this. Just because you may be having a baby with someone and you're not married to them does not mean that you have to be in a relationship with them.
That may be
If
just
you
the
are-
person that God needed your seed for.
Yeah, but also I will say that if you don't know for certain, first I will tell you to do, get a maternity test, but also most importantly, from here on out, keep yourself. I always say like this, as men, keep your pencil in your pocket until you get the right papers to sign.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you something, a lot of times,
I like that.
we gonna be transparent. A lot of times, us as men, we end up giving our sex and putting a pipe here and there and all this stuff because we don't understand the value of us. We don't understand the value of our loins. You are a jewel. I spoke earlier about the young ladies, but men, we gotta understand. We are so important. We are the one that's carrying life. We are the one, and we gotta be careful of where we, because there are some people in some places that we put our stuff that is not gonna breed life, it's gonna bring death.
That's right.
So that's why you have to be careful because if we understand that every time we having sex with someone outside of God's will, we allow ourselves to have a spiritual and emotional death sentence and also making ourselves a trap where the person that we end up linking ourselves with that mean us no good, they will control us for the rest of our life, either through child support or manipulation. There was a football player earlier this week that was shot by his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. These are the type of things, I don't remember his name, but these are the kind of things we gotta think about, and I'm gonna tell you something. The most powerful weapon that you have physically is your loins, but it's linked to your identity. There are some women right now, because you got potential, and a lot of times people that mean you no good, like I said, they study you, they see your potential way beyond that you see yours. So there are some women that's calculated right now because they know that you come from a tight-knit family. To you, it may not be the perfect family, or it might just be a regular family. But to somebody who ain't got no family, you got a dynasty. So as long as they see you and you no longer around the crowd of your family, of your support, of your foundation, they're gonna see you like a prey. All I need to do is get him. And see, if I get him, as long as I get him, I may not get his family, but as long as I get him, then everything I need from his family, I can get it through him. So, like I said, it's more to you because, to be honest with you, right now, you desire love. You don't want sex. You want love. You want the relationship that grandpa and grandmama had. You want the relationship that, just like how you have that relationship with your sisters, you desire that in the one that you love. So now the devil knows that, and he's trying to bring a counterfeit that someone that's not going to go with the program of the relationship with you and your sister, but go against. Just like how we talk about Christ, we're Christians, we're Christ-like. God, the devil trying to bring us in relationship that is anti-Christ. And anti-Christ, everything that's unlike God, everything that's unlike the teaching and the foundation that you have, the devil is trying to challenge you in every aspect. Even right now, the devil is trying to deal with you mentally right here and make you challenge everything that you've been taught.
And then he knows that everything is true, so he'll try to make any little thing that distract you from what you're saying. And that's why I was talking
even if I turn my eye like this, or like I can miss something like that, that's why I try to tell you like wait, what do you say? Because I can feel it. That's why I tell Isaiah, I was like, I feel like it's certain things trying to distract me.
Yeah.
Or trying to make me focus too hard while I'm not really hearing you, but I'm looking at you.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to make sure that it was recorded, because I will put this on the DVD. Now, I have read it for Sunday, but also God is right now even feeding you right here in your spirit. You feel like you have eaten a full course meal. It's like a refreshing that you've been longing for.
Yes.
But now, because you're getting that feeling, the devil trying to bring distractions. That's how you know this is something that you've been deprived of and what you've been seeking. But the devil knows that if you receive what God is feeding you now, you're going to become the man that God called you to be, and you'll be a threat because it's going to link you to the love you've always wanted instead of the one you've always been getting.
And then, yeah, that's exactly true, because while I'm thinking right here, the only thing that kept coming to my head, the baby.
Right.
Whatever,
Yeah.
what's she gonna do? Or like, you know what I'm saying, if I try to move on, whatever like that.
Yeah, you know what?
That's all I'm on the line.
Yeah, that's the reason why I want to think about this. That's why God did not give us the spirit of fear. If there's fear, then it wasn't of God, it was of the devil. So with that, the devil trying to bring these fear because ultimately you're afraid of not just what could be happening pertaining to the relationship, but now the responsibility of being responsible for a life when you haven't had one yourself. So now, the fear of being a father, because I'm going to tell you something, man. This is one of the things we got to think about. You know, like I said, we've all done things in the past, but we're not going to beat ourselves up, we're going to forgive ourselves and all that stuff. But as men, as potential fathers, even if you don't have any children, you are a potential father because you're carrying the seeds right now. And so ultimately, the devil is trying to make you feel the responsibilities. So he's trying to make you feel like, well, you have to be with someone that you don't trust and someone that's against the teaching of your family. But you don't have to do that.
What? Oh my.
Look here, I don't know your business. I prefer not to talk to people, especially when I'm getting ready to speak. Because I want to make sure that whatever God reveals, it's for all of us at this time. So it's not a coincidence that we so happen to be here at all times, especially with y'all. I appreciate y'all. But this is not just for y'all, but this is also for me to make sure that I'm spiritually responsible, because ultimately, just like how I'm doing this, and the devil knew that you needed to be here, we needed to be here, because he tried to bring some distraction to me yesterday, today, and the other day, all this week, to make me get sidetracked, to make me forfeit my assignment, because my assignment tonight was for here, not out there.
I mean, this is the one that I need.
Yeah, and see, and no offense to anybody, but you need to hear from a man.
Yeah.
Especially a man of God.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put myself out. No. My thing is, I'm a man of God, just like everybody else. But also, I don't mind being responsible. I want you to hold me responsible. I want you to hold me accountable for being before the Lord, for fasting, for praying, for studying. I want to be transparent. If I feel weak, if I feel like, man, you know what? Somebody made me mad. I feel like choking them. I want to be transparent enough to you say, oh, Brother Joe, look here. We need you. I want you to wake me up and say, hey, look here. Did you pray today? Did you study today? Did you do it? I want y'all to be my accountability partners. But also, the same token, if y'all be my accountability partners, they help me to be on purpose. They help me with the purpose and the assignment, because not just you needed to hear this, but also there are people that are watching right now who may not have had the opportunity to trust people or to know people, so they can feel vulnerable, where they can be able to be transparent, because we're answering questions that many people have, but we don't even know them. Yes, sir. Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm gonna speak about that on the podcast this coming Sunday. I think I entitled "Sell Yourself High," and I'm gonna talk about a lot of stuff. But my thing, I I never thought that God would have me speak to people, period, even just in this small crowd. But God told me to trust him. Because like I said, I've been a professional wrestler. But God told me I had more plans for you. I want you to trust me with your plans. So he told me to trust him in my plans, and he want me to go ahead and when I trust him, he got something far beyond what I had in mind. And I said, okay, I was 19, I think.
And you said 24 or 15 years
Yeah, I'll bring up that story, but I'm gonna share this real quick story. The other thing, even with God telling you what to do, trust him enough, and even when God showing you the purpose and plan, or even the idea, or even a dream or a vision, I found out you can't share with everybody.
That's true.
I had a dream, I think I was 9 years old. I don't speak about this on the podcast. It's my first time actually speaking about it openly. But I had a vision when I was 9 years old that me and Prince would be together. I had a vision. And I was like, wow, that's cool, you know? So I started telling people. And I thought people were going to receive what I said. But come to find out, they thought I was crazy. Man, you ain't going to never. And see, at the time, he had an album called 1999. He was big. But after I told him the next album that he had was not just a high profile album, Purple Rain, but a movie, and now you the same one that said you're gonna be with him, man, you like that would never happen. That was in '82 when I saw that, but as many people as I told, I never heard anything possible. But I had to quit telling people my dream instead of stop receiving it. I had to keep receiving it. I had to abandon the people and not the dream. And when I did not abandon my dream, but I abandoned the people, December the 30th of 1997 at Reunion Arena, I was not on stage with Prince. Prince was on stage with me. And not only him being on stage with me, no, I'm serious. I was on stage with him, and not just on stage, but when I was on stage, he was on the far end while everybody else was dancing and all that. Everybody else was standing still. I said, this is my stage. This is my time. Because I already saw it. And he said, look at him dancing with Mama. He cut across everybody else to come with me. And it was me and him side by side with the two girls I was dancing with. Now get this. Before I went to the concert, I'm going to tell you who I was with that went to the concert with me.
Who was that?
Me.
Who?
Me, Tanya.
Okay.
Yeah. She was, her and I went to the concert. I told her when she picked me up, I said, I'm going on stage today. This is the day. I told y'all I'm going to be on stage on it. This is the day I'm going to be on stage.
It's a dream you had.
Yeah. I said, do you want to come on stage with me?
Yeah.
She said, no. I said, okay, I'm just letting you know. I'm going to be on stage today. So when it was time for them to pick out some people to come on stage, Prince picked out, I think, 3 or 4 women. And so he had his female background singer to pick out 3 or 4 guys. She said, and I also want a specific outfit for them to sing. She said, and she said, I walked right up there on stage. I wasn't trying to go over there with him. I had my area. I didn't have to go to him. He came to me. And then after then, many of his friends, many of his band members became friends with me.
Where did you play the drums on stage?
No, I'm dancing.
Oh, you was just dancing?
Yeah, I'm dancing.
Yeah.
I own that stage. As a matter of fact, even some of his musicians, even some of his band members, he said, hey man, we went to the after show. We went to the after party. Hey man, I saw you on stage, man. You did good. I said, thank you. And then I was going to the bathroom, I ran into his guitar player.
Yeah.
Now get this, earlier that day, the guitar player, I went to a sound warehouse off of Polk in 67. I looked at a guitar magazine, and of all time, I saw his guitar player in the Guitar Player magazine. So I was able to read what type of strings, what gauge he used, and all that stuff. And that's what I ended up speaking to that night.
Oh, so y'all
going to the
talked, that
bathroom.
kind of, that was something y'all could talk about.
Yeah, I knew him.
Yeah.
See, everybody was trying to get to him to get the prince. I said, no, I know you. I got his records. I was telling him about his business and we went to the bathroom. We talked in there for about 30 or 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then later on in life, I ended up being good friends with his drummer. And unfortunately, yesterday was the 2-year anniversary of his death. John Blackwell, that's why I wear this ring. This is a John Blackwell tribute. Actually, this was a fundraiser they were doing for his medical expenses, but the day that I was getting it was the day that he died. So it was July 4th of 2017. So I said all this to say this. God already knew your perfect plan, and also God will give you a glimpse. But sometimes when we tell the wrong people, we tell people that make us abort the dream or the vision, or sometimes we'll tell somebody that wants the vision and not want us. So what they want to do, they wanted to get the spotlight. They're not there to support you. Listen, the Bible tells us that God has a helpmate for us. But a lot of times, instead of us choosing a helpmate, we choose a hurtmate. Someone that's going to hurt us. Someone that means us no good. So that's why God wants us to be able to be careful, be mindful, be prayerful, pray at all times, and also as you develop your relationship with God, what happens is when you develop your relationship with God and you are so tight with God, so to speak, where you be able to hear God, know God's voice, what's going to happen when you encounter the opposite sex, then you're going to be able to recognize if it's of the same spirit. When you recognize that it's of the same spirit, then you'll be able to kind of examine even more. But when you become aware of it's not the same spirit, then you immediately move them along. Don't try to compromise. Don't try to, well, see, because what happened, just like I was saying about being at the bar, being at a club, when you first get there, versus as late as it may get, sometimes the later we prolong or the later we start compromising. We start compromising our values, compromising our morals. Well, you know, see, we're going to get married anyway, so they just say that, you know, marriage is just a piece of paper, so we might as well go ahead and do something and end up compromising your identity. And then let's say, you know, we end up feeling emotionally attached to someone we don't love.
I was just going to add on because, you know, like the Bible has like devotionals and stuff. And I'm doing one that's called Spring Porn. And it was talking about how, like, whenever you're going through something, you need somebody, like a man of God, who's experienced that before. And I was just listening to him earlier, he was talking about how when he was dealing with his girlfriend, and, you know, I've been in the same situation where I dealt with a girl and she was like, you won't do it with somebody else with. You know, and what made me, you know, go ahead and just fall into temptation to do whatever she wanted done was there was an emotion so time.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to add on to that.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because I did the same thing, but what I did was I didn't want her to leave. You know, well, I knew that she was sexually active, and if I wasn't like that, then I may lose her. But I found out now, when someone like that, when they make you try to compromise your faith, it's better for them to leave. It's actually a reward for them to leave because it frees you to receive the right one instead of getting somebody that's going to not appreciate you, not value you. Because think about it, if they're going to go against your God, they're going to go against you and everything pertaining to you. But also, when it comes down to just even I mentioned earlier, you said a beautiful thing about, you know, addiction and all that stuff. You know, being careful where a lot of times there are some people, male or female, there are some people they allow themselves to get so comfortable with people. And you might be doing the right thing. You might be trying to save yourself until you get married and everything like that. But you can't allow yourself to be too relaxed around certain people because you end up falling prey. You can't listen to certain views. You can't watch certain things. You gotta guard yourself. It's just like, you know, like I said, those that know me, I don't mind. When I was younger, I was addicted to pornography. There are certain TV shows I don't watch. There are certain magazines I don't watch. Now, I've always been into bodybuilding and all that stuff. I can see even a female bodybuilder, it doesn't arouse me. That's art. You know, bodybuilding, male, female, that's art. But then there are somebody else I may see, and it might be sensuous. Now, I know I don't need to watch that. Because ultimately, all the devil needs to do is give a little crack, a little opportunity, where you have to be aware of your weakness. So it might be something like that, R. Kelly, all people, but the album 12 play, that CD 12 play, that CD, he was just a horny dude, and he said he was horny during the time he was making that CD, and so I found out when I bought it. I first bought it and listened to it. I didn't want to R. Kelly fan, but I listened to it, and I was like, wow. I had to literally throw it away because the spirit that was attached to that in that music, that spirit, it would actually make you buck wild.
Yes, it will.
You know, so there are people that are like that you got to just be conscious of everything. Everything, because ultimately, you desire love.
Yeah.
You want a relationship that you can be able to have somebody that's by your side, work with you, be there for you, and all that stuff. Valentine's Day, you can give the hug, you can bring it over to the house. But the worst thing that can happen, you link with somebody and you can't even bring them around your own people. Those people, it's like I said, you in their secret or they your secret. Let's let you know that it ain't right. That's why it's a lot of people, I'm gonna say it like this. There's a lot of young ladies that with guys that their family don't approve of, and then all of a sudden, what happened, instead of him being man enough, say, how you doing? You know, Miss Data, I want to date your daughter, I want to marry your daughter. No, you gonna take the Callaway out, let's go eat home.
Yeah. That made me think of my cousin used to date this dude I went to school with. He was a cool guy or whatever, but just not the guy that I would approve to date my cousin. And my cousin, she's very hard working or whatever. And I'm actually glad she's not with me anymore. But like this dude, he was, kind of taking care of himself for a little bit, had a car, had a little job or whatever. But when he got with her, he was so concerned about her all the time. He lost the car because, he lost the job, and then, he moved in with her, and then when she go to work, he was sleeping in the car, it was just no good for her, to the point where she really didn't want to bring him around the family because the family didn't approve of him, So
She changed.
Yeah, she did.
And what people not realizing, when you start losing stuff, that's a clear sign it's too much for you. It can be too much baggage, or it might be too much foolishness. But it's something going on that's letting you know that, you know what, everything, you were doing good, but all of a sudden, it's like, you gotta help this person. I know there are times that some people may, walk all the time.
Yeah.
And if you help them, that's fine and dandy. But also there are some people that mismanage what they got. There are some people that they are actually cursed. Everything they touch falls apart. Everything they involved in never works out. That's a sign. There are some people, they're cursed not because, they're cursed because of their bad decisions, because of their bad choices. They make foolish decisions. And you don't need those kind of people when you know that as a woman, you're choosing a man that's going to be the priest of your home, the head or the leader of your home and he already making the wrong decision as a single person, imagine the foolish decision he'll make as a married person. If he making foolish decisions and he by himself, he sure can't handle when he got a family. But you can't make him step up to the plate. He got to be already made. The Bible already said, the man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. That meant that wife was already white, the woman was already white material. But that man was responsible enough to recognize it. But also that wife that was found by a man, not a boy.
Yeah.
That man was complete, that man was whole. Even in the Bible, we were saying in Genesis, it is not good for man to be alone. But God said that after Adam was already working. Not just working physical labor, but working within his purpose. But that's why it was why God was able to say it is not good for that man to be alone. Because he was operating and working in his purpose. And he was man material. But if he not operating in his purpose, then it is good for that man to be alone. So we have to recognize as women, y'all, women have to recognize when you encounter that person, can he be the leader or priest of your home? If not, then allow him to grow up and be with somebody else. Because a lot of times, many good women end up linking themselves with somebody else's responsibility. They end up linking themselves with somebody that was made or designed for somebody else at a later time. But just because our impatience, sometimes some people have gone into the oven of love and got a biscuit that was uncooked. And they end up eating it, wondering why they got sick. And that goes for male or female. So we gotta be careful and be mindful, because I'm telling you, God will already forewarn you. And see, God not looking at who you are, how you are right now. You 18 or 19? 18. You 18? Yeah, okay, 16. You 18? Okay. Even though you're 16, you 18. All of us big angels, I see that. Even though you're at the age right now, but God already sees the finished product right here. So he's trying to make sure, hey, stay on course. Stay on course. He wants you to stay on course. And sometimes he will allow those signs to be so big, so that way it can keep you on track, because there's a great responsibility for you and also a great reward right here. But you can't show your reward with everybody, because not everybody qualified for your reward. Ultimately, your reward is not just your purpose, but it's you. Not everybody deserving of the greatest gift that you know other than God, and that's you. That's it.
Yeah. Well, first, right? All right, so I got a friend named Jasmine, right? And then Jasmine, she always she like an uplifting person, like, to give you a good vibe and like that. And she like one of my friends. So Isaiah told me that he was like, while we was in here, he told me it was like, there's an hour here, I figured you go be on FaceTime with Jasmine this night, right? So out of nowhere, look, me and Kylie not talking about that, right? She texted me. She texted me mentioning Jasmine. I don't know what she said. So you're going to cut Jasmine off right now, all the way off. You're going to tell her you're not her friend, and you don't mess with her at all. So go tell her on Instagram where I can see it too, because I'm tired of her punk. I've been too nice with her. Thank you.
Okay, what I'll do first of all, before I forget, I want to make sure that y'all get my number, so that way we can get a chance to talk as me.
Yes, sir.
Not just today, but even from here on out. Y'all can call me, y'all can text me anytime. I don't care. Now, was that your girlfriend?
That's my girlfriend.
That was your girlfriend. And ultimately, she asking you to do it, or she telling you to do it? She telling you, okay, so anytime somebody making you do something or telling you to do something, they control it. And also, that's your friend. Did she, without going through a whole lot of detail, I'll make it real short. This is not the first time she did that.
No.
Okay, let's see. We'll talk about it later. We'll
Oh,
talk about
and
it.
then just one more thing. So usually with Kaya, like I always feel like I needed money. Like I was like, man, I need money. Like I want to like do for her and everything. So usually like I can wait till Saturday to get my checks and stuff. And then like when I get my check, I remember what happened. Something in my gut told me it was like, bro, don't go over there. So like spend your money, right? So guess what happened? I'm over here in the good mood. I'm saying, Kaya, we're gonna go here, we're gonna do this, whatever like that, we're gonna have a good time. I'm at work, right? Right after work, when we get our pay, like our paycheck, I'm going to, you know what I'm saying, the money that I had, I'm getting gas, right? When I tell you, I went into the place to cash my check, I did this to my pocket, my wallet wasn't there. So I'm looking everywhere, I checked every track, I'm looking for my wallet, like where's my wallet? I cannot find it. So being said, without my wallet, like I can't get my money, basically like that. So I'm over here, I'm all doing this, and AC in the truck, not working, so I'm hot and everything. So I'm just so frustrated. And then everything's just going down. Cause then look, first I was gonna use the money that I got to put some more gas in my truck. My truck was already getting low. So I'm like, man, how am I gonna get to work and everything? I'm like, man, my gas low and stuff. Then I can't find my wallet, so I can't get the money that I wanted, right? So I had to go through all the little extra stuff. So my grandma was helping me, whatever like that. So right when I got my money, right? I went, me and Kyle seen the movie, whatever like that. But at first it was hard to get in the movie because I didn't have my job license, like I didn't have my ID. So I had to tell my mom because she sent me a picture. So I got in with the picture, right? So I did this and then Kyle wants some snacks, so I got her snacks, right? I had like $300 something, but I couldn't get the rest off. But when I came back to the house, I only had like $100. So my grandma told me, she said, I hope you didn't spend all your money over there. And I said, no, I still got my money right here. And she looked at it, she was like, how much is that? I had it. She looked at me like disappointed, like you just spent all that money. So yeah, that's what happened. So it was something trying to keep me, even though I still went, but it's like something trying to keep me from like.
So did you spend the money?
I spent the money on her.
On her. Oh.
Yeah, now I'm gonna tell you something. Now, when it comes down to dating, especially when you have responsibilities, it ain't how much you spend that would prove your love. It's the motive of what you do. It's the motive of what you're doing. Because ultimately, if someone look at you, but that's all you get, you know, that kind of person, you know, that they're materialistic and you don't need to deal with it. You know?
No.
But I think we're not promoting, but I just want each and every one of us, even from this point on, to be more mindful of God's leading when we encounter potential prospects pertaining to matters of the heart. Because ultimately, just like I just say, like myself, you, those that were here. When I see somebody, if I consider dating them, I can no longer think about just myself. Because me having a son now, I gotta think about this to be my son's potential mother, stepmother. So now I gotta look beyond the physical. Now I gotta start seeing her parenting skills, her communication skills. You know, is she gonna be able to either get frustrated because I got a son? Is she gonna be able to talk to us in love? Or is she gonna be there just stirring up stuff? Because there are some people, they want you, but they don't want y'all. There are some, they want you, they want you, but they don't want you and your child. So sometimes, well, you know, I plan on doing this. Let's go out. You can't find no babysitter? Yeah. Okay. Those kind of people, you don't even allow them interest into your heart. Don't even give them the time of day. Always think about this. If you already know from the get-go that the red flag is on, don't entertain it. Even when we talk about how we call it delayed obedience, it's still disobedience. You can be trying to, well, I'm just kicking with them until somebody comes to the scene. That's doing them a disservice and doing you a disservice. If you already know that don't waste your time, because when you wasting their time, it can be preventing God from releasing somebody from coming to your presence. What if you're supposed to be with the one that you're supposed to be meeting up with, but you wasting somebody else's time, and you're gonna end up missing? So we just gotta be mindful of the people that we entertain. We gotta make sure that they are in rhythm with God's perfect plan for us, and like I say, even equally yoked, compatibility, because it doesn't matter if you be going north and somebody else going south. Because like I said, you as a man, you're going to be a leader, you're going to be somebody's father, potential provider, potential husband. And you want a young lady that's going to support, that's going to encourage you, that's going to respect you, and someone that you can love, someone that you can give, and it's a peace that comes with it. But anytime we love the wrong one, there's not a peace, there's always an unfulfillment, because as much as we give, it's still not enough. And also even for a young lady, for the young lady who is seeking love, being able, like I said, women are choosing their leader. Women are choosing their quote unquote spiritual pastor of the home. So if the women are leading, if the women are choosing their spiritual pastor, then you have to look at who the God that he serves. And that's the type of teaching that he's going to be implementing and living in his home. So if he already not, if you want to say up to par, then that's the kind of foundation that he's establishing within the home, and it's going to make you mentally, spiritually, and also sexually frustrated. Because ultimately, it's nothing sadder. I was mentioning earlier about being with somebody but feeling more connected to a friend. Same thing pertaining to sex. There's nothing sadder than you to be with someone and you think that the sex is going to keep y'all together, and the sex will be good for 2 or 3 minutes, and then when it's over with, you still feel empty.
You like, man.
Why did I do that?
Yeah.
You're like, man, your anticipation was so high, but after everything was over with, now there's a big disappointment.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, what is it? Why? Because you're feeling in here. You're feeling a disappointment. You're feeling a letdown. You feel like something, but you get a fulfillment when you deal with your friend. Because that physical attraction can equate to the emotional attraction that you have with your friend. You're emotionally attached to your friend, even though you may not be, if you want to say, physically attracted to her, but you're emotionally attracted to her because she giving you what you really need and what you really want, and you giving her what she really wants. There's a trust, there's a bond. But you can't get that with this one. That's why there's some jealousy over here, and over there, and over there, and over there.
It's the same. It's always that.
And it won't change. That's the reason why if she can't get her way, that's why she throws a piece of fitness.
Yeah.
Look at her. When you want her to talk, she don't say nothing. But when she pissed off, she don't feed you here. She talk you down. But when she want to get her point across, she know every name to call you.
Yeah.
She know your secrets because you'll share with her your secrets, but she don't share with you nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just advising you to really examine. I often ask the young lady, but I'm gonna ask you as a man. Is that the relationship that you always wanted? Is that the relationship that you look for all your life? You got your answer. So I'm gonna tell you something, and this is not being funny, but I'm not gonna say who, but there are certain people in your family that's of the opposite sex that you're real close to. The one that God has for you, it's gonna bring that close relationship that you have with that person even closer. But anytime they bring a division, it will not authorized by God.
Say like I'm reading Steve Harvey's book Jump right now. And, he talks about how whenever you're in a relationship that's unhealthy, or you're not in a good job, or anything that's really not for you, he said you have to just stop and ask yourself, this is really what you've been waiting for, or what you've been wanting. And then when you do find yourself out of a situation, you gotta treat it like a car. Let somebody else deal with that old knowledge, or all those issues.
Be responsible enough to accept that, but also it's just like, how many times have you ever driven and you got lost? But how long are we going to drive and we realize we're going the wrong way, when we're going to take the exit and go back?
Yeah.
How long are we going to drive until we realize, you know what?
Yeah.
I need to accept I'm going the wrong way. I need to accept. The GPS is saying it got to recalculate the mileage, because at first you were one exit further from the exit you're supposed to take. But now, because you keep on going forward, now you miles, and you're way beyond your purpose, way beyond your destination. All you need to do is make a U-turn and you'll get back to your destination. But the person that you're choosing, we gotta ask ourselves, is this something that God has ordained? Is this something that God wants me to be in, or is this something that I want to be in? And then we gotta check our motives. But I'm gonna check and see. Number one, I appreciate y'all. If nothing happened, I'll see maybe not this coming Friday, but I gotta see. I think we have the Pastor anniversary or something like that. If you want to, we can meet up every other Friday. But like I said, in 2 weeks, I'll find out about that Friday. After that, if you want to meet up every other Friday, regardless if it's here or somewhere else, whatever that, even just having a power, whatever. I just felt the need for us to start off right now talking about, love, dating, sex, and all that stuff. Because young with you, a lot of times, being real with you, a lot of times we love the Lord, we come to church, we're saved, but we also sexually frustrated, and we don't know how to deal with it. And a lot of times we can't talk about it, in a church setting. So what better way for us as believers to talk about it in a healthy way, for us to be able to understand that God is available to help us, to be able to keep ourselves, or allow Him to keep us until we find the right one that want to walk us down the aisle and do things God's way instead of secular way, But I hope and pray that something was said that help us to understand how much God loves us, and also for God to help us in not only He want to forgive us, but also we ask Him for forgiveness, but also for us to forgive ourselves. And I think if we allow God to help us to forgive ourselves, then it'll help us to make better choices. Because a lot of times we're choosing because of the guilt, and we feel like because we feel guilty, we have to stay in that state for us to be able to keep dealing with the same type of people that we allow mistakes to be made. If that makes sense. So I appreciate y'all. We'll have a word of prayer right quick, and I hope and pray, even for those who may be watching, I hope and pray that there's something better to say. And like I said, for us to just be honest and keep it real, where we understand that God is concerned about every aspect of our life. If you have any questions, comments, or you just want to share something, you're welcome to send me an inbox, or if you want to email call, my number is 214-908-3056. You can catch me even on my inbox, or you want to catch me on my website, brotherprater.org. if there's anybody want to have a specific prayer, you know, you can either say it or we just touch and agree, even right now, God help us to be able to understand the errors of our ways and ask Him to forgive us. And God, we thank you, Lord, even for this encounter that we have had, God. God, we thank you, Lord, for allowing us, God, to come together, God, to even be able to know that you're concerned about every aspect of our life. God, we ask you to help us, God, that if we've done anything or said anything, God, that was against your word, God, that if we have given ourselves sexually before time, God, we ask you to forgive us, God. God, we ask you to help us, God, to even forgive ourselves, God. And even if there's any wrong decision or bad decisions that we have made, God, help us, God, to forgive ourselves, God. And even for those who may have hurt us in the past, God, help us, God, to forgive them, God. Help us, God, to not hold any guilt or any shame. But God, help us, God, to go into the sea of forgiveness right now in the name of Jesus. Instead of binding everything we stand for, we bind every lustful spirit, we bind even the spirit of having a desire to go back or fall back right now. In the name of Jesus, and Lord, we speak, God, that you help us, God, to live the life, God, that will be an example to you, God. Help us, God, to be about your business, God. Help us, God, to be in the rhythm that you have us, God. Help us to be purpose-minded, God. Help us to be godly-minded, God. Help us, God, to have the spirit of discernment, God, to recognize what's of you and what ain't of you right now. God, we speak that you remove every counterfeit, God, and help us, God, to be focused on you, God. Help us, God, to have the wisdom that you have for us, God. And God, those who may be hurt, God, touch and heal their body, God. Those that may be grieving, God, help them, God, to understand, God, that you are always there, God. Help us in every aspect of our life. And we thank you, Lord, for this testimony from this, God. We thank you, Lord, for everything you've done, everything you're going to do. In Jesus' name we pray. We say amen, amen, amen.